So, procrastination affects all of us at some point. Some people more than others, but it affects all of us at some point. We keep setting goals for ourselves or acquiring new projects, but eventually we'll just postpone the deadline and we'll get nothing done, and we'll ask ourselves, why are we so lazy? Why do we keep postponing things? Don't worry about it. Procrastination overcomes all of us, and with the right mindset and the right tools, we can conquer it and even unlock our true productivity potential. So let's get straight into it. But before we get into it, hey, I'm Ryan from MushaMind, where we give quick and useful advice to help everyone reach their full potential. So let's not wait anymore. Let's get straight into it. Okay, so to overcome procrastination, we first need to know what procrastination is. For the people that don't know what procrastination is, just think they're lazy, let's get into it. Procrastination is the act of delaying or postponing tasks despite knowing the negative consequences, and it could stem from various factors such as fear of failure, lack of motivation, or feeling overwhelmed. Some of these topics that I just mentioned, these factors, I will treat in future videos, but for now, let's focus on procrastination. The base of overcoming it is setting clear goals and setting clear priorities. The best way to do this is having a huge task. Let's say you're writing an essay, and break it down into subtasks, sub-goals. Your final goal is writing an essay. Your sub-goals are, I have to research information. After I found the information, I need to read it. Then I'll start to come up with arguments. After I started with arguments, I'll write the first paragraph, introduction, then I'll first paragraph arguments, second paragraph arguments, then this, blah, 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 and so on. You create sub goals for yourself so that all this large task of writing an essay becomes a more small basis with manageable steps. And because you set these manageable steps, specific deadlines for each component, you'll have a clear roadmap. And because you have a clear roadmap, you'll feel more motivated and focused. You're like, when it's a big task, you're like, oh, I have so much to do. I don't want to do it. So you keep like postponing. But when it's a small task, you're like, okay, it just takes 10 minutes. Researching information just takes 10 minutes. Okay, let's do it. And when you do one of it, you go to the next. So that's where I go into the next section. The next part that like goes hand in hand with this is just start. So after you've found these manageable steps, these sub goals, you'll spend 2 minutes on just starting with like researching information, for example. When you do that, you're already in some of a flow state. And this flow state, once you enter it, you're not just going to say, oh, I've started, now I'm just going to quit. No, you want to keep going. You're like, oh, I'm already like this productive. Let's keep going. So just spend 2 minutes on the first sub goal. And after you've started with that sub goal, you'll eventually go to the next one and the next one and the next one. And you're like, you feel amazing because you're like, oh, I started. And when you start, you don't just want to quit. Even if it's reading a book. If you spend 2 minutes reading a book, you're like, okay, I just finished one page. You know what? Let's finish the whole chapter and then we'll close the book. So just start with 2 minutes of reading or 2 minutes of researching, and then you'll see that everything flows within. That's the flow state. So after you've done the 2 minute technique, after you finally gotten into that flow state, utilize time management techniques. One of these time management techniques, just for the sake of the video, is the Pomodoro technique. The Pomodoro technique is taking a 25-minute studying session and then a 5-minute break. So every time your focus and concentration start to decline, you'll take a 5 minutes break, and then your brain has this time to reset, and then you start studying again. The last one, and this only if you can find it, is finding an accountability partner. So sometimes having an accountability partner can work. And why that is, I use my own mom to do this. Every time I don't study, I just tell my mom, I don't study, can you like take away my phone, take away my PS4, Nintendo Switch, and then she'll do that, and then I'll have this drive of I don't have anything to do other than studying, so let's go and study. If you can utilize this by asking your sister, your father, your roommate, your friend, do it, because it will help with your productivity. If you can't do it, it's not the end of the world. It is just a tip that I wanted to give you. So actually what I wanted to say is that overcoming procrastination is an ongoing process that requires self-awareness, discipline, and a willingness to change. If you're not willing to change, nothing will change. So by understanding the root cause of procrastination and setting clear goals, managing time, and like staying focused by just starting 2 minutes or whatever, we can break free from this grip that procrastination has on us, and we can unleash our true potential. I hope this helps. If procrastination is still an ongoing cause, please let me know in the comment section below, and I'll make a part 2 on how to overcome procrastination. If it was helpful, please leave a thumbs up and let me know. I'll talk to you guys soon. Hey, peace out.